Guys, welcome to Money Control. I'm Karunya Rao. With me is Manisha Gupta. And today, aside from the usual commodities that we talk about, we'll talk about what's happening in cryptocurrency. Bitcoin has been hovering around that 20,000 mark for a bit now. Touch and go also, happens once in a while. What is likely to be the trend? What are experts saying?
Thunder, but the experts have been telling me that the worst is behind us.
Oh God.
Okay. See further decline, more insolvencies, further decline in crypto. And they also say that the kind of sell-off that we've seen in equities, commodities also is not done with. And that is the reason they're looking at here. And yes, we do understand that because yet another aggressive rate hike is in the coming in the next week itself. And markets are jittery out of that. And crypto, given the kind of volatility that they have, will perhaps see a further decline. And the markets are not able to sustain this at all. One, you have a huge volatility in any case in case of crypto. And then we saw a big sell-off coming in. There have been layoffs. Expansion plans are let on hold, and many of the crypto entrepreneurs are leaving their developers behind in India, and they're actually creating offices outside in other countries because they do understand the regulatory atmosphere or scenario is not so supportive here. So there are a lot of factors impacting the Indian markets. But for the Bitcoin itself, we are trading at a one-month highs, by the way, today at 23,000. Crypto. That's exactly what has hit the crypto markets as well, and the kind of sell-off that we've seen. So if you look at Bitcoin in this year, we're down 50%. Take a look at Ethereum, we're down 55%. But the last couple of weeks actually have been slightly supportive for many of these cryptocurrencies. One, a lot of technological evolutions and breakthroughs and changes that the markets were looking for are all happening in August and September. The big news for Polygon came in that they've Disney's taken them as an accelerator. So the smart contracts, the blockchains, the technology itself seems to be doing well. Not so much the cryptocurrencies right now, but even that seems to be consolidating.
What about back home? Like all the concerns about taxation, TDS, are they all have been factored in and people are not worried about that? And that's not a deterrent to trading with crypto?
It is. So for the month of July, it was on 1st of July that we saw the TDS come in. 1% on every transaction that you do. And that clearly has led the volumes down anywhere between 40 to 75% depending on what exchange you're talking about. And on top of that, you anyway are paying a 30% tax and then 1% TDS. And there's a conversation about a GST coming in as well. So if that comes in, it's going to be very difficult to work in an Indian crypto market here. Having said that, it is going to be difficult for the exchanges who are asking for KYCs. The ones that are not, a lot of business we all understand goes into grey market once you start putting in too many regulations. The fear is that could be coming or happening here too.
So now exchanges are also struggling, is it?
Yes, they are, because all they earn is between every transaction that happens, and those transactions clearly seem to be going down. So the exchanges, are they making money? No, they are not. And many of the exchanges also, we understand, in the Indian markets also are laying off as we speak.
So, if the markets are still not over the worst yet for Bitcoin and for other key cryptos, what should be the strategy? Are you hearing anything from experts? Because I mean, I know the ones I have spoken to, they typically resonate with what market experts say, that you should be invested in it for the long haul and treat it like you treat any of your investments. So, difference kya bacha?
I think that's exactly what you need to do with this asset class as well. If you bought it, you need to hold it for a longer time. And even the asset classes who've been here for decades and decades have seen a sell-off as we've seen. I speak to people and they say, in my 40 years of career, I haven't seen something like this happen into the market.
Everything is falling at the same time.
Yeah, so why should cryptos be any different? And yes, it's not even a 2-decade-old market. Yes, the hurt and the hit has been much more aggravated than we've seen in other markets. But this would also perhaps tide over. We will see new participants coming in, new money come in as well. Actually, this year itself, the first quarter, the kind of international fund money that came into India has been the highest ever. But that was in the first quarter. Second quarter was weak for everybody and everything. So whether it's sustainable or not is something that the next couple of quarters will tell us.
Hopefully this too shall pass, but this is what it is. Bitcoin continues to hover in that range. Let's see whether it goes upward or whether it slips below that 19,000 mark. All eyes on that. Thank you so much guys for tuning in. We'll be back again on Monday. Till then, you guys have a great weekend.